What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from my NHL show. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. Let's get to work. We start with the Buffalo Sabres at the Philadelphia Flyers. Sabres are 6-14-3, 4-7-1 on the road at the Philadelphia Flyers, 12-7-3, 6-3-2 at home. We're at Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Buffalo opened up as a big dog, plus 195. It's gone down a little bit. They're now plus 190. The total for this game was a 5.5, a very comfortable total for me to attack, and I am attacking. I'm on the over. It was originally minus 120 to the over. It's come down to minus 115. I'll take that extra 5 cents of value and attack this over. Let's break this game down. I'm not sure who's going to be between the pipes for the Sabres, but I tell you, whoever it is a sieve. Whether it's Carter Hutton, 5-4-2, 2.44 goals against average, 883 save percentage, or Jonas Johansson, 0-3-0, 3.93 goals against average, 893 save percentage. Carter Hutton is a character guy, and that's why he excelled as a backup goaltender. It was one of the many mistakes that Sabres management has made, giving him a good contract and expecting him to be a starter. Just because you're loved in every dressing room you enter, it doesn't mean that you are a number one netminder. And he's a perfect example of that. For the Flyers, I expect Carter Hart to be in between the pipes. 6-5-3, 3.47 goals against average, 893 save percentage, one shot. He's not been good this year. He needs to step up for this hockey team. The Sabres' power play is 29.7%. It's very, very good. Their penalty killing is 82.4%. And imagine this power play if Eichel wasn't stuck in neutral. I mean, this would be a 35% hit rate. I'm on the Flyers minus 1.5 at plus 110. And I'm also on the over 5.5 at minus 115. Flyers power play is not very good, 18%. Their penalty killing is sitting at 72.2%. The Buffalo Sabres are an absolute mess. They must be faded night in and out moving forward. They've lost 7 straight. Their goaltender, Linus Ullmark, was holding everything together. He was quietly having a very strong year. 2.44 goals against average, 919 save percentage. Now he's out for at least a month with a lower body injury. Their one superstar, the franchise player, the guy you could build around for the first time in his career, is falling apart. And it sucks. I'm a big Jack Eichel fan. 2 goals in 21 games. He's playing listless out there. Rasmus Ristolainen returned from injury. With the slow development of Dahlin, Rasmus Ristolainen became the number one defenseman for the Sabres, took the job, and looked like he was running with it in the beginning of the year. In the first 10 games before he got hurt, he was a +2. He had 6 points. He looked good. Then he gets hurt. He comes back. In the 6 games back, this is a different team he's playing on. It's a team without hope. And it's tough being a number one defenseman on a team without hope. He's a -10 in 6 games with 2 points. So let's look at what management did in the offseason. You need to change the culture in the dressing room. You need to create a winning environment. So you signed Taylor Hall? Are you kidding me? Taylor Hall and Eric Stahl have combined for 5 goals and are a -28 in 46 games. When you're the worst team in the league, you can become the best team in the league. You build yourself through the draft, and you give those young forwards ample ice time. You don't bring in these old veteran players who were once top-level snipers and give them the ice time that the kids deserve. This team deserves to be losing the way they are. They lost the top 4 defenseman in Jake McCabe for the season injury. That hurts. Fade, and bet overs. Their goaltending is terrible. They have a good power play. They know they need to score to stay in games. Let's talk about the Flyers. They've lost 2 straight. They're playing in a very competitive division. And if the season ended right now, they wouldn't make the playoffs. They need wins, and they need a sense of urgency. This is an extremely deep squad. Drew finally got off the schneid. Now Konechny, Nolan Patrick need to follow suit. You'd think that if the Flyers were getting monster years from James Van Riemsdyk and Joel Farabee, that they'd be high atop this East Division. That is not the case. Look at this forward group. They're getting production from JVR, Couturier, and Farabee on the first line. The second line of Loughton, Hayes, and Konechny needs to do more, is capable of doing more. Then their third line, Claude Giroux, Nolan Patrick, and Jakub Voracek. They're the number 1 ranked third line in the league. They're better than some teams' first lines. and they're not rolling. They need to get their shit together because this could run right towards a Stanley Cup, or they could not make the playoffs. They're right there on the precipice. They're going to have urgency tonight. They're going to beat the Sabres handily.